Conflict resolution in a motorcycle club. What does that look like? Now, I can't speak for other clubs. I can only speak for our club. So I'm going to share my thoughts on what conflict resolution looks like on the club. Because let's face it, if you're in a motorcycle club, at some point in time, you're going to have a conflict. It could be as simple as an argument, all the way to throwing fists. What does that look like and how do you handle it? I thank you for joining. I'm your host, Yogi, with Yogi Cycle Service, and I am part of Forge Brotherhood Motorcycle Club, and I'm going to talk to you today about how we resolve conflict. Now, Forge Brotherhood was formed by a group of guys who didn't quite see eye to eye with the former club that we were members of. But you know what? That former club had some principles and concepts in place that formed the foundation of who they were, that we stood behind 110%. And when we felt like some of those things weren't being honored, we decided it was time to do our own thing. That's the long story short of it. I'm not going to get into details because I don't want to talk smack about our old club, but I will tell you there are some things that were in place that I could get behind 110%. One of those things was conflict resolution. And what did that look like, and what does that look like for us today? Biblically speaking, if you have a problem with your brother, what are you supposed to do? Go to your best friend and talk crap about him? No. You're supposed to go to that brother. You're supposed to work out the differences. Now, whether you work them out with words or your fists, that's up to you. I hope you don't work them out with your fists. I hope you can come up to an amicable solution, because if you two are brothers, let's face it, you're both there for probably the same reasons. If you're both there for the same reasons, you probably both have very similar viewpoints on what your club is trying to do or accomplish or why you're there. And if that's the case, a lot of your core beliefs, especially for us, being a Christian motorcycle club, our core beliefs are Christ and bringing Christ to the motorcycle club community. And if that's our goal and our mission, and your core beliefs are the same, then anything else that you're going to disagree about, unless, that guy's like messing around with your old lady, which in the MC world is a big no-no, or maybe that guy, took advantage of you or stole something from you or was talking crap about you or whatever, you probably should be pretty easy to come up with a solution. But the main point of this is you go to your brother. You don't talk crap to other people about your brother. That's what you shouldn't do. Now, when you go to your brother, what should that look like? And let me tell you, at times, I am guilty of not following all of this. I will say, I am the chief sinner, as Paul says. I am the chief sinner of all sinners. And, as much as I know this concept of you go to your brother and you handle it face to face or over the phone. You don't do it through text message. You shouldn't do it through Marco Polo. And you probably shouldn't do it in the heat of the moment either. What you should do is take a break, give it 24, 48 hours, let tempers cool down a little bit, think about it, think about how you would like to see this resolved, pray on it. Ask the good man up there, what should I do in this situation? How should I resolve this situation? How can I, express my feelings and emotions and concerns in a way that he will understand where I'm coming from. And then you need to be willing to listen to his side. You can't be doing the la 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 game. You need to be willing to listen. You need to be willing to hear. And if you can't do that, then maybe you need to wait another 24 hours till you can. And I will tell you, it needs to be done. The best way to do it is face to face. Pull your, the next event you see your brother at, pull him to the side. Or, if it needs to be something resolved now, call him up. Say, hey man, let's go have a beer. Let's go have a coffee. Let's go sit down and talk. come over to the house. Let me come to your house. Let's sit down. We need to talk. And, I had a situation lately where my impression of the situation probably was not what the situation actually was. But me and this brother had some problems in the past, and to me, it looked like the exact same thing that had gone down in the past was going down again. And his comment was, I thought we buried the hatchet. And we did. I did. The thing that sticks in my brain is, I forgive, I'm not going to forget. Shame on you the first time, shame on me the second time, right? And maybe I should forget, but let's just say that's easier said than done. So when I saw a situation that was happening currently, that was just like it was before. That was my perception, right? That was my assumption that the same thing was happening that happened before. Now, whether it was or was not, I still do not know to this day. And I'm not going to speak on that because I'm not going to talk about the situation. That's private between me and him. But how I handled it was absolutely wrong. Why do I say that? Because I went 0 to ballistic, boom, just like that. And when I went ballistic, the first thing I thought of was, well, the last time this fella and I had a conversation, I promised him, if I got a problem with you next time, I'll be coming straight to you. I'm not going to be consulting my other brothers about it. I'll be coming straight to you. So I went straight to him. The problem is, I didn't wait. I didn't pray. I didn't cool down. And when I did it, I didn't call him. There's an app called Marco Polo. Basically, it's like a video chat app. You record a video, and the person on the other end watches the video when they have time, and then can record and send one back to you. It's kind of like texting with video. Really an awesome app. But because in that app you can see, body language, facial expression, and when you come to somebody with aggression because you're upset, it's very clear on that app through your body language, through your tone, through the look on your face. And as I rewatched that video, I thought, that's probably not a very good video. And at the time I thought, I should delete this video before he sees it. And I didn't. And I regret that now. Because that's not the way I should have handled that situation. And let me tell you, it hurt him. And I recognize that. And I own that, and I admit to that. And it hurt. It cut pretty deep, I think. But that has definitely impacted a friendship and a relationship. And unfortunately, it's with somebody I care about very much. And if I care about him very much, why did I do that? That is not how you handle conflict. That is not how you resolve it. I failed in that. What I should have done is just picked up the phone and called and be like, hey, what's up with this? Why is this going on? And I think if I had him on the other end of the line, instead of having a one-way video conversation on Marco, I probably would have had a whole lot different conversation. And he would have had the explanation to explain, his side of the story. And maybe we could have headed something off the past before it got ugly. But instead, that's not how I handled it, and it got ugly. So, when you have conflict resolution in your club, with a friend, with a family member, the old saying of count to 10, man, sometimes you need to count to 1,000, right? The whole point is stop, take a breath, throw up a prayer, but talk to that person face to face or over the phone, one-on-one. You talk to that person, you go to that person. You don't go to anybody else, period. You go to that person. Now, if biblically speaking, if that person doesn't listen to you, they tell you to buzz off, kick rocks, but you know that you're convicted in your position, well, then maybe you take somebody who's a leader in your club, or somebody who's like an elder in your family, and you talk to them about the situation. If they agree with you and they acknowledge the problem, then you take them with you and have a sit-down conversation, and maybe the person will be a little bit more apt to listen. But that, to me, is conflict resolution. Sounds really simple, right? Go talk to the person one-on-one. But how many of us fail to do that? Myself included. Something I see so much is people nowadays just don't handle business like a man anymore. They want to point the finger, point the blame to other people, and not take any ownership. Suck it up, Yogi Clan. If you got a problem, go to that person face to face, one-on-one, handle your business. Be a man. And that's how you handle conflict resolution. I thank you for joining Yogi Clan. I hope you have an awesome week. I'll catch you on the next one. Love you guys. Peace.